Imagine two guys are about to race 100 meters against each other. Imagine they're clones. They have the exact same physical attributes. They're the same person. However, they have two very different reasons of why they're running. If the first guy wins, he gets $100,000. However, if the second guy loses, he'll be killed. Who do you think is going to want it more? Probably the second guy, right? They both have the same objectives, to win the race, but one's based on wants and the other is based off of need, of fear. One has something to gain but can live without it, but the other one has everything to lose. This is a difference between kinda wanting something like you want to build a YouTube channel up to like 100,000 subscribers, you want to build a business, but you'll be okay if you don't, you can live without it. And actually wanting to achieve a goal like you want to breathe. It's the difference between the things you kinda want but you can live without and the goals that you'll work desperately hard to achieve, even if you fail, even if something hard comes up, even if a challenge comes up, whatever happens, you'll still overcome it and achieve that goal in the end. Now you have goals that you want to achieve. You wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't. You want to go to the gym. You want to start that YouTube channel. You want to start that business. You want to quit watching porn, stop scrolling, and finally become disciplined and consistent with the good habits. Every time you picture this life, this version of yourself that can actually do what you want to do, who actually does what you say you're going to do, and it feels so good. You imagine yourself as jacked, as consistent, as productive, and respected. But every time it's time to act, when you actually have to go to the gym or you have to sit down and work, you choose the comfortable option. You hit snooze rather than getting up. You scroll TikTok for just another 5 minutes, that actually turns into an hour. You play another game. You tell yourself, oh, it'll be fine, I'll just start tomorrow. And the worst part is that you start to hate yourself for it because you know exactly what you should be doing, but you just can't stay consistent. This is why so many young men are depressed and live lives they hate. They've got these goals and these dreams, but they just can't execute and put in the work. They trade the pain of discipline for comfort of procrastination. And 5 years later, they're in the exact same spot. Except they're a bit worse. They got the same habits, the same excuses, but they're older, they're fatter, they're uglier, they're more depressed, and they're full of regrets. You cannot end up like this. To avoid ending up like this, you have to switch up on your goals. Not what your goals are, but how you perceive them. You can't just want to achieve your goals. You need to achieve them. When you make your goals do or die, that's when everything in your life changes. That's when you finally can stop scrolling, when you finally can stop playing video games, when you finally stop watching porn, and you actually start working hard 12 hours a day in order to actually achieve your goals. Now, Andrew Huberman talks about this. Your brain is wired to pay 10 times more attention to avoiding pain rather than chasing pleasure. If you touch a hot stove, you'll never do it again because of how much it hurt you. However, how many times have you skipped doing a good habit, even though you knew it would benefit you and help you live a better life, even though you knew it would help you become more productive and happier, because you were too lazy or because you wanted to do something else? That's something that I struggled with for years. I struggled with being consistent with meditating, with gratitude journaling, and even posting videos on this channel. But that all changed when I found out how to make my goals do or die. So if you want to force yourself to reach these ambitious goals that you desperately want to reach so much, you have to create that pressure in your brain that this is a do or die situation. Your brain and your nervous system is designed for survival. When it feels fear, urgency, and pressure, it locks your focus in on the present moment. Your distractions, stuff that happened in the past that goes out the window, you forget about it, and it releases adrenaline and dopamine to give you the energy and drive to either escape that situation or to fight back and be able to survive. By following these steps, you can recreate this in your life to give you all the motivation that you could possibly need. Now, the first step is to create stakes that you can't ignore. When you feel that your goals are optional, you are doomed to fail. You are doomed to never achieve them. If you say, I want to go to the gym, I want to start this YouTube channel, I want to quit watching porn. But if you don't, nothing happens. There's no real consequences. And when there's no pain for failing, you'll always take the easy way out. You'll scroll, you'll waste time, you'll just tell yourself that you can start tomorrow. There's no rush, there's no urgency. But I want you to think of when you actually performed at your best, when you actually worked hardest and you put in the most amount of work. It was when you were under pressure. It was when there was a deadline. It was when failing wasn't an option. It was when your exam was tomorrow and you needed to learn all that stuff. You were willing to study and not scroll on TikTok. You need to put your back against the wall, like when Cortez burnt his boats to force his soldiers to fight for their survival because there's no way they could retreat and run away. They needed to fight or they would die. Now you can do this by giving yourself a punishment for failing, like forcing yourself to run 10 kilometers, not being able to do one of your hobbies, not being allowed to watch YouTube, whatever it is. Maybe make a bet with your friend that will actually force you to work hard. Maybe post something on social media so you have that accountability that if you don't do it, people will make fun of you and think less of you for it. When you have these real stakes that actually cause you to feel some pain if you fail, you won't be able to procrastinate anymore because your brain will bully you into actually doing the work. Now the second thing is to attach pain to an action. Stop thinking of your bad habits as harmless things that don't really affect your life that much. Think of porn as not just a habit that you're addicted to, but it's the reason why you can't get a girlfriend, why you're lonely, why you can't speak to a woman, why you feel socially anxious. When you scroll, it's not just for entertainment, but it's a reason why you're broke and you hate your life. Skipping a workout isn't just because you're tired or because you feel a bit sore, but it's why you hate the reflection in the mirror. When you attach these pains to being lazy, it will force you to actually work hard. So every time you waste time, you're distracted, imagine the cost. Imagine the potential life that you're throwing away every time you decide to say, no, I won't do that good habit because I want to be lazy and scroll on TikTok or something. And the final step is to shrink your timeline. Forget about the 5-year plan. Forget about the thing that's going to happen in 1 year. Even forget about what you'll do tomorrow. Because what does every lazy person that never achieves anything does? They just say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll just do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week. They always push it back. It's September, I won't start going to the gym until January 1st. Because then 2026 will be my year. No, you're just procrastinating and putting off your goals and your dreams until later because you hope your future self will be more productive than you are now. That will never happen. Instead of trying to figure out, what you're going to do in the future, instead ask yourself, what can I do today that moves me forward closer to my goals? When you focus only on today, the pressure becomes real because you need to achieve something. If you say, I could do it next year, there's no worry, no urgency, nothing, I'll just do it then there's nothing that's forcing you to work hard. Every minute we live is in between the past, which you can't change, and the future where you don't really have any control over it. The only thing you can control is right here, right now. So if you focus only on today, focus on what you can do today, focus on going to the gym, on getting closer to your goals today, and you will be so much better in the future. So if you don't make your goals do or die, here's what happens. You'll waste years waiting for the motivation. You'll keep watching others win whilst you just stay in comfort in a life you hate. You'll get to 30, 40, 50 years old and you'll look back and realize that you wasted your life. You'll feel that pain of regret, and that's the worst pain ever because there's nothing you can do to change it. The world doesn't care about what you plan to do or what your goals are. It only cares about what you actually do. So stop waiting, stop pretending that you have infinite time. We have a set amount of time on this earth. Make it count by making your goals do or die. Now, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video and want to watch more self-improvement videos, please like the video and subscribe to the Unlimited Power channel. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.